screens, and I want to talk to you about something. Okay, so we are on quite a few platforms on Facebook. We're actually in there's actually quite a few of them, but we have like six or seven of them that we actually have strong ties to. We're actually on there. We started one yesterday, and we are blowing up over there because, like I said, over there, they are not used to seeing a black screen. They're not used to seeing the technology we display. We did the demonstration on the ceiling. They went crazy over that. They loved it. There's so many questions, so many questions. And the reason why we like those platforms over there, number one, we are talking, not saying we don't get professional talk over here. We do get professional talk over here, but over there, we're dealing with people who have setups that are freaking insane. And it's amazing to be able to have conversations with somebody who has a $200,000 projector, who has a setup that costs almost $500,000, have a conversation with these individuals and to see their input toward our technology. And they're absolutely blown away of our technology. Over here, it's a little different. We have our customers and stuff who support us. We do thank you so much. But we have the naysayers, the haters, the people that are jealous and upset and getting mad. And we open up a live chat and you have to act like little 3-year-olds. You can't have a respectable conversation. Over there, you do that nonsense, you are banned from the door. You even post anything disrespectful in any one of those professional sites over there, anything, and you are banned from the door. Not only can they ban you from that chat room, but they can go even farther. They can even ban you from your personal account too, which I found out from a few individuals that went over there and carried on. Their personal accounts got locked. They got suspensions on their personal accounts. So you can't go over there and carry on and act up. You have to be an adult when you go over there. And you can't go over there and talk a bunch of nonsense at the end of the day. You have to know what you're talking about because these are people that are professionals in their field. You can't feed them polarization and stacking. No, they can see past that crap. You can't do demonstrations of contrast demonstrations and being close up on top of the screen and all that fake phony baloney nonsense. No, they'll see through that crap. These are people who have actually been in the field. They have ties with different projection screen companies. They have ties with a lot of these big dealerships, and they can see through all that nonsense. Now, the reason why we said it because we have individuals on YouTube who do these fake demonstrations. Don't go over there and do that over there. You'll get embarrassed pretty badly. You are. We go over there and we can hold our own because we have tons of test demonstrations under all our products. If somebody went over and said, okay, I like the stuff you have in the house, and they notice that, they'll go, wow, you got that screen over by the window? Are you kidding me? All that lighting? What's your projector? And they're expecting us to say, oh, we got this expensive JVC, we got this barcode. No, we got a SVGA 600 by 800 sitting back there. Like, you got to be freaking kidding me. This is a guy we're talking to who has a $75,000 projector sitting up in his home. You know those luxury homes you see? Yeah, these are people we're having conversations with. These are ones that are getting blown away. Outside with a great big white blow-up screen. They're out there watching our demonstrations right now of our screens in the snow with a black screen producing a contrast level off snow. Blown away. How fast can you get it over here? When can we put an order in? How do we buy? How do we connect? Even the admin usually does not allow you to sell. It wants us to go into a section or set up a section in there where we can actually sell our product in there. So the people that are ranting right now, where they can buy, can go in and buy our stuff. That's why at the end of the day, you have to be able to back your product. You can't walk into that area and say, hey, it's going to take 2 quarts of paint to paint a 300-inch screen. They will come down on you hard. You will clearly show. And they will go through your website too, by the way. They went through my website. My website got hit like crazy yesterday. That's why I wasn't on yesterday. We got hit with a ton. I'm not saying a ton. We got hit with a lot of emails, a lot of responses. My WhatsApp business account is, app is blowing up right now. And they've been through my website multiple times because they're trying to figure out the source. We can't advertise where we're at, so we just put the name of the product, and they've been going through the website. My marketplace, when I go in and check how many hits a page, it's been getting hit like crazy. It's getting hit right now because we can go in there and back our product. These are professionals. They know what to look for. They're not going to look at that whole video where you look in the corner, there's pockets of darkness, and you're trying. No, they're going to see through all that nonsense at the end of the day. Can't go over there and you can't carry on. All you haters of me want to go over there and try to taint my name. Can't go over there and do that. Ain't that kind of sight. You mess around and you'll get banned from that site, but you'll mess around and get your personal account locked. So you're not dealing with, like YouTube was a little bit more flexible. It's a little bit more different over there. So yeah, we're having a ball over there. So that's why I wasn't on yesterday. Yesterday I was over there doing videos. We're showing pictures. All people were like, hey, you got stuff outside. Have you ever did 235.1? You know, what's the biggest screen you ever done? Do you do this for business? We're showing invisible technology, everything. I loved it. And right now you're looking at a customer screen up before ship out. This is the screens we painted. It's the reason I'm sorry. I do apologize for the customers. A couple of days have been very overwhelming. So like I said, we've been dealing with what's going on the forum sites. We're dealing with over here, but this is actually a customer screen before we ship out. I thought I'd display it so we can show this up too. We got 4 of these to display today. And then they're going to be getting tracking numbers and they'll be shipping out today. But man, love it. I love it. And then the conversation, I love it so much because like I said, over there, I don't have to lock my communications. I can go in there and I can talk with these people and we can discuss stuff. And I learned a lot of stuff while I was over there. And I'm saying they're learning stuff from me. I'm learning stuff from them. I mean, God was showing me how to install in professional LED lighting and all this stuff. You know what I mean? I'm learning a lot of cool stuff over there. One guy was showing me how to build your own subwoofers and stuff. Say, hey, you like this so and so and so? I got something I'm gonna show you right here. We customize subwoofers. Like, oh, you freaking kidding me? Because I'm looking to get bigger speakers, but I don't want to spend all this money. He's showing me how to build these babies from the ground up, and I have experience in that field, but not on his level. So I learned stuff when I'm over there. Now, as for the screen paint, we dominate screens over there with no problem because we can show demonstrations. We got people over there who have black diamonds. We got people over there who have DMP supernovas. We got people over there who have the elite screens. Everything we have in our arsenal, we test against, they have it over there because they have, I'm not saying that people don't have the money over here. They do have the money, but they have it over there. And that kind of guy said, well, look, I got this setup right here. I got this projector here, set up here. It's a Sony projector. He paid about 30 grand for 40, 50, 20, whatever he paid for his projector. And I'm using the Dark Star 9. How can I get an improvement of that projector's contrast levels? Because that's what they asked for. They didn't ask for white levels. They asked for contrast levels off what you have over here. I said, well, this is the Dark Star 9, and this is the projector I'm using in here. My projector in here is $100 compared to the 30 or 20 or $10,000 he spent on this machine over there. So I can easily go in and go, look, this is the contrast. So if I pull that star field demonstration up in that fully lit environment, the OLED, all that, oh yeah, automatically, right from the door. Right from the door. Do you have any idea what his machine would look like on the screen paint? Yeah, that's why we use the low end and old projectors. Because it looks that good on an old projector, it's going to look insane on his screen, on his projector. It's going to put his projector to a next level. So I said, yeah, all the stuff you're looking at right now on your screen, you're not picking it up. He has a gray screen. That's what he's using, a gray screen paint. That's what he's using. You're not picking it up. And when I put that black technology in front of it, he was like, oh. There you go. Dedicated home theater room setups. Guess what? We're in one of those channels too. Oh yeah, we do the whole thing. We take the screen, we move it to the side, and you watch all the lights splash all over the environment. Yeah, they're loving it. They're loving it. When someone told you in the video that the best screen to use for home theater dedication was silver and gray, no, that's a lie. Because the silver and gray went obsolete when the gunmetal came out. This is why I keep explaining to you, and we had the same conversation over there, but over there, they picked it up and they realized, yeah, you know, you're right. Because the gunmetal technology, when it came out, obsoleted the gray screen. That's what happened. If you were in that era, when all that was going down, and you saw that there were no gunmetal screens that existed, you would have realized that the gray screen paint was the dominant product at that particular time because white screens at that time ran everything. That's why you had Goose Screen. Goose Screen didn't have a black screen. Goose Screen didn't have a gunmetal screen. They had a light gray screen. And that's what everybody was buying, the Goose Screen, because Goose Screen was something that people couldn't afford it. It was too expensive. Came up with their own solution, which is making their own form of gray screen paint products. And that's all they knew. No one knew anything about gunmetal because gunmetal didn't exist. Black technology didn't exist. If you go back to my old account on the digital crystal screen paint, you will not see, when I first started off, any form of gunmetal or dark gray screens because it didn't exist. And then boom, with gunmetal pops up, black diamond, and then you see the whole industry change because this is a screen now that is darker and can maintain white levels. Do you think people haven't tried to make screen paints darker and didn't experiment? Yeah, they did. You know what happened? The white levels dropped like crazy. Screen came out too dark and too dirty. UV mix. Yeah. That's why when you take a gunmetal and you stick it against that surface, boom, that image, the gunmetal surface is able to maintain, because they figured out when they designed the gunmetal that if they darken the screen, the white levels will drop. But they put a reflective surface over top of it to maintain the white levels. So now they figured out how to bring a darker screen out that maintains a better contrast level, better color, and can maintain white light. And therefore obsoleted the gray screen. Now, the black technology we have is now in the process of pretty soon, not in my era, no. Maybe in somebody else's era that may pick up my work after I pass on, to obsolete the gunmetal. Because all it takes is a big corporation to come in, pick up my product, and have the push and the weight to be able to walk through what they need to walk through, those barriers that we can't get through. And there we go. The black screen becomes the dominant. And then all the other big companies will follow under that technology, and they will start developing black screens, like the OLED technology. You think I'm joking? Now, for those of you that this bothers you about black technology, I'm sorry. I told you about technology, how it works. I've been around since the reel-to-reel in classrooms. I've watched technology change from 8-track to cassette player and so forth. I've watched it. You have two choices when it comes to technology. You roll with it or you get crushed by it. That's how it works. And that's where this technology is going. Because now we're in the ears and eyes of people who have the money and power to do it. And they're fascinated by it. These are people who can buy whatever the freak they want at the end of the day. And they're looking at our technology like, whoa, you gotta be freaking kidding me. What have you ever seen a projection screen display outside at 4 to 5 o'clock and show it from edge to edge? It looks like a TV. We have this displayed right there on our website. There isn't. Gunmetal, I've never seen a gunmetal screen outside. Never, ever seen one outside. You know why? That reflective surface would be a killer. It would have all kinds of problems. It would reflect too much white light. So no. So but the thing I'm trying to explain to you all is that the gray screen has served its purpose. The only purpose for the gray screen was to have a better contrast and better color. You knew the white levels were going to drop anyway next to a white screen, but you had that. You do know the biggest argument they had back then? One of the arguments they had were, what was better, using a white wall or a white screen? That was one debate. That went on forever. They had a debate about whether white screens were better than gray screens. That went on for quite a long time. People had white screens would debate that the white screens with the lights out, because either way you're going to be in the lights on anyway with a gray screen. You can have a little bit of light on over a white screen, but not as much, because it still would wash out. But you can have it in a fully lit environment, you would have issues. So that became a problem. But either way, between the two was people had white screens would pretty much would argue and say, well, look, our screens can produce high white levels. Everybody wants white levels. Who cares about contrast? Yeah, those were actually debates in rooms. But those of you who now come into this area right here don't know anything about that because you weren't there. But I was there, and I remember those debates. A white screen. People would argue and say, no, I'd rather go to white screen at the end of the day. Because then I'm going to pick up higher white levels. We're all going to be in the dark anyway, so and so and so. So we got a little bit of contrast. I don't see much of a difference. And that went on for a while, to the point where people actually really could start seeing that gray screens were much, much better than the white screen. Why would I spend the money for that when I can use my wall? It's white. These are the kind of comments that would come up. But then when that gunmetal came out, ooh, man, that thing ripped everything up. Because that means gray screens couldn't go against it, and that means white screens couldn't even touch it. That's what I realized many years back when I took the black diamond sample sheet and I took it into my little room and I put it into my screen, and I realized that if I don't learn this technology, if I can't advance better than this technology, it will destroy me in the process. So I made my decision, and here it is. Where you have some people that got into the game late, very, very, very late, and they're still trying to develop a product that has been back since 9 years ago. Voila. No history lesson. Yep. That's why they can't do the stuff our screens can do. That's why they have to pick and choose their video demonstration. And we know all that. We did all that stuff already before. They have to pick and choose. They can't use they can't use contrast in fully lit environments. But mind you, at that particular time, since we didn't have anything to compare it to, anything darker, that was it. Pretty much, when we showed a contrast level, we literally thought we were looking at a contrast level because there was really nothing to compare it to until the diamond popped up. Then you can take that sample sheet of diamond and go, oh, shoot, in the world? Yeah, it made your screen look like a white screen at the end of the day. is basic common sense. If I had sat there and I had basically decided that day not to change over to what we have here, because I knew if I was going to go against Diamond, I was impressed by Diamond's technology, very impressed by it. When I first saw it, I literally thought the screen was black. I kept staring like, is that a black screen? It baffled my mind the first time I saw it. How is it possible that they're getting color and white levels out of a black screen? But the screen wasn't black when I got it. It was gunmetal. It was a dark gray. So I went back and I talked to my buddy June. I was like, this isn't black. Why do they call it black diamond? It's not black. Because at that particular time, any screen that was dark gray, that color dark gray, was considered to be black, because guess what? Black screens didn't exist until now. There were no such thing as black screens when you go back. We were the only ones under digital, I think 4K Crystal Onyx. We were the only ones. That's why at that particular time, my product was selling for $900 a quart, because we were the only ones with that black technology. And like I said, it takes time to develop black technology, for many years, because you keep perfecting it to make it better and better and better. The hardest thing in black technology, as I said before, are your white levels. They will struggle the hardest. Anything can produce a black level. That's easy. It's the white levels that actually makes and breaks the technology. And of course, yes, we got the, well, and these are my favorites. These are my all-time favorites. I love these customers the most. We got the, well, what if I use black paint? I love those. What if we use black fabric? I can do the same thing if I use a black bed sheet. I love those. You know why I like those demonstrations? Because that's the reason why we do all those test demonstrations against our products, to show at the end of the day, no, you can't do it with black paint. No, you can't do it with black fabric. No, you can't make it. No, you can't duplicate it. Here's a video of me making dark products live on camera, and they love the live demonstration because it shows we're not hiding anything. Here's our products right here being made. We're making this live and putting this against our product, and it's not matching. None of it's matching. So that reassures them at the end of the day that they're not being scammed and they're not being shipped a container of black paint, because we can show the difference. Who did we just explain to them that at the end of the day that you have to test your products against bare silver screen, network gray 773, all these different products? Because guess what? The same stuff that you have in your home, they got it over there too. They make their own products over there, their own gray screen paint products. And we have a few, we bumped into 3 of them that have black, and they still can't produce what we have, because their screens can't accept white light and the screen goes really dark. So they use a high powered projector and they use an ambient light controlled environment to improve the screen's white levels. Some of the darker screens we're able to run across basically weren't even black. They were actually kind of a dark gray, so they can accept higher white levels. Yeah, we've seen all that. We were able to run through that with no problem. Our test demonstrations were easy. So if you don't mind doing a black paint or side-by-side test, you know, if you don't mind, not being disrespectful. And the guy was like, nah, it's not going to work. He said, because the product we have here, it's a black screen, and the problem we have here is the fact that we have to be using the ambient light controlled environment, so the screen can maintain its white levels, because in a fully lit environment, the screen's going to struggle. I told you, that's what happens. And we have to use this projector of a certain caliber of lumens in order to get the screen to push through. So when they saw our demonstrations of our testing the Phantom outside at 1,000 lumens, that blew their mind. When they saw the demonstration of the technology we had downstairs at 11 feet away, 13 feet away on 1,000 lumens in a max out zone, that's another thing that pressed on how much light that environment the screen was absorbing in, and still producing better color, better white levels in an environment on 1,000 lumen projector where the screen was not designed to be able to maintain. When I sit there and I tell you that you had to test your products, because, hey, guess what? YouTube platforms aren't the only thing you're going to be on at the end of the day. We're on over 16 platforms and climbing, because we're jumping from platform to platform. They're getting to know us already over there. Oh, that's the guy from so-and-so and so. Automatically let us in, because they want to see what we got. They want our stuff on their platforms. And as for you haters out there, yeah, go over there and mess around and go, oh, blah, 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 and carry on over there and see what happens. This is a different platform. They don't play over there. They don't go with that whole, you want to insult people and carry on curse. No, you have to be adults over there. You'll see by the conversation that these people are having over how respectful they are to each other and how they basically share and respect each other's views and opinions over there. besides your ongoing constant rants of just stupid stuff at the end of the day. This is the reason why I blocked you and removed you from my channel, because I don't feel like having a conversation with an adolescent child. And even with an adolescent child, I think the conversation would be much more advanced. Sorry to insult you that way, and if you feel that I belittled you in any way, but if you carried yourself as an adult, I could give you that respect right back, which I can't. You don't know how to act. And that's why we're over on these forum sites, mostly on these forum sites, because over there we get the respect and we get the response that we want, that we can actually talk and learn. And on top of that, not only am I learning stuff over there, but people are getting a chance to learn about my technology over there. Now, don't get me wrong. I love YouTube. I'm always trying to stay with YouTube. We're just probably going to do less over here now, but we're probably going to be more over there because, as I said before, the way we get treated over there is different. I got first hour, I got 270 likes on my technology over there. I'm up to 133 comments on one of the videos. I'm trying to keep up with that one. So now I have to pace myself when I'm over there. Don't show them too much because I'm answering questions here, I'm answering questions there, and my phone right now, as we speak, is it's stacking up because there's so many questions they're asking me. What about this? What about that projector? So and so and so, and I'm enjoying the attention. Now, like I said, I'm not a big fan into likes, and I'm really not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of likes and everything, but it's overwhelming to see that many likes hitting your account that fast, getting the hearts, the emojis, the wows, and all that from people that are impressed by our technology. And asking how long you guys been around, where you guys been. Yeah, it's fun. It's actually, I love it. I actually do. Man, they thought that stuff was crazy. Wait till they see the summertime is going to be crazy, because a lot of those guys are going to be outside in these white projection screen setups, and we are going to be showing them some stuff that is going to blow their mind. They haven't even seen the other stuff we're working on with the Black Widow. Let me get my screen stretched out a little bit here. I should have bought clamps. Where are my clamps? I should have clamps for the bottom. Let me see. I should have clamps for my screen. But yeah, I do like I said, how we're being treated over there. Don't get me wrong, over here, I read the comment sections. You guys leave amazing, amazing comments, but we do have a great deal of haters over here who can't stand us. And you know what it comes down to. It comes down to jealousy. That's what it comes down to. They can't stand it because they're jealous. Woo! That ain't right. This over here. So I think I better just twist this back there. I'm going to try to do it that way. I mean, you have no idea how deep the jealousy runs, and this is shame too. The jealousy runs deep. You know, I'm gonna tell you something. This is true. This is actually true. I'm not gonna mention the person's name. You already know who it is. We got a contract from a fellow over in Jersey. This is way back. I think this is for the 7th. This is way back. We got this contract for this guy over in Jersey. So me and the guy have been talking on the phone. We talked for quite a few times. And this is why I explained to the individual, don't do stuff like that, because this stuff will leave a permanent black eye on you at the end of the day. You know, you got people in business and you have that, the boss already knows. You got that one person who's the brown noser. He knows who the brown noser is. He knows at the end of the day, who is the person who's going to cut somebody else's throat just to get to the top. And they don't want people like that. Because people like that eventually will get them getting you sued, your company sued for doing dumb stuff. But anyway, we got this guy came down, saw the demonstration, liked it. And he brought down his projector and everything. We did this demonstration in the backyard. And then that was the end of it. Right from there, everything went well. So he came down, he was in the shop, he looked at all the screens and everything. We went out and did the demonstration. So yeah, firsthand experience of driving down to the house and looking at the product. That's fine. I've learned things in business about not showing contracts off anymore because you have individuals who do not know how to carry themselves. Because if I went on that forum site and say, hey, look, we got a contract from so and so and so, we get people say, oh, that's fantastic, congratulations, so and so. I'm pretty sure we get the same thing over here. But like I said, this person, like I said, can't explain what goes on in his head sometimes. So I'm over in Lowe's, we're picking up some patio furniture for the house, and my phone goes off. And I go, hey, how you doing? He just left over there he's over in Jersey now, guy was over in Jersey. He said, yeah, we got this real weird email that popped over by a guy by, you know, CROWS, who contacted us and said, oh, don't go near him, he's a scammer, and he's this, that, and the other. So the minute I take this contract and I lay it on my table to show the people on YouTube how we got blessed to get this contract, that devil, and he is what he is, goes over and sees the number, contacts the company, sends them over an email and tells them, don't do business with me. Not understanding that the fellow was at the house, which I said in the YouTube video, he was at the house, came down and did the demonstration, and we're getting a contract. This is a contract. The contract was already drawn up. They wanted to see the screen in person before they notarized the contract. So he was there at the house. If the product didn't work, he would have sold it and we would have never gotten the contract, and that would have been the end of it. But no, being who he is, went over and contacted this man and sent him pictures and all this stuff and told him to buy his product instead. That's what they don't like. And he says, I don't know who this fellow is at the end of the day, but we don't like him. You hurt yourself when you do stuff like that. But that just showed me how far someone will go to basically be full of so much hatred over somebody else's work at the end of the day, to do stuff like that. And that's pretty sad. That is really, really sad. But yeah, it was done. Yes, it was done. It's shame but true. Let me check my stick real quick. It's a shame, that's true. You have people that will do stuff like that, and that's a shame. I had to put my corners down a little better on there, from there to there. But it's a shame, but you have people like that. I thought to myself, wow. When I was in Lowe's, I was like, wow, how low will you have to go to do something like that? That's pretty sad. That is extremely sad at the end of the day. But it doesn't help you. It hurts you on so many levels. I just sat there and said in the YouTube video, the fellow was at the house. I just sat there and said, he looked at the screens. He said, on a conversation I had with him, he said, look, before we sign this contract, I want to come down and see the screen firsthand. He lived right over in Jersey. He popped right over, saw the demonstration, everything. Just sat there and said it. And that fast, this fellow went and did that. And you know, the fellow who I was talking to on the phone, he said, I don't know who this so-and-so fellow is, but we'll never do business with him. You come up quite a lot in a lot of conversations with customers and with companies. They do not like you. They don't like your tactics. They don't like how you do business. They see your demonstrations. And mind you, you may be the fool some of the people who come in there who don't know much about projectors. But the ones that actually do, they can see straight through your nonsense. They can see it. You can't ever go over one of those platforms. For what? You have the same product they have on their wall. You can't show a difference. And even they, at the end of the day, the older ones over there and some of the other ones know that the gray products are pretty much considered to be obsolete. It's not something they want to lay against the wall. Over there, they got DMP Supernovas. They got all different high-end screens over there. Now, maybe the other ones, we have other ones who have great products over there. They make their own great products. They don't go out and buy. They go make their own products. Why in the world would they buy from you if you can't show them a difference between what they have over there? And you can't, because your product's going to match. And if you sit there and say, well, I'm using this projector, like, big deal using that projector. I got a JVC over here. What? My projector has a 10,000 to 1 contrast ratio compared to what you have over here. They got professional setups over there. So how would you woo them, people that can spend that kind of money for a machine like that? Well, I can go to Home Depot and do the same thing. What's the difference between? They're not wowed by that. They're not impressed by it. You have to show them something they have never seen before. That's where this black technology comes in. They've never seen that technology before. And with the tests that we have underneath of it, and we have tons of tests, we can back up every single thing that they throw at us. That's why it's important to test your products. That's why people go, oh, you do too many videos. Guess what? All those videos we were doing are test demonstrations that we display our screens on. The reason why they don't have that many videos like we do, because you have limitations. You can only go so far with it. You can't do demonstrations at 150s and 180s outside. You can't do 100-inch outside. You can't display. When you go outside, they don't want to see colors. They want to see contrast levels. That's what they want you to pull. And if you can pull the LG beta fish, or if you can pull that black fish we have in the background floating back and forth on a 150-inch screen on that projector we're using, oh yeah, it's quite impressive. Let's go over to, let's see, let's do I wonder which one comes got some new videos over there I want to check out. Let's see. I'm not being rude. I'm explaining to them. This is over there. It's not going to be. You're not going to get with the same nonsense over here on YouTube. They're not over there. You're not going to get that. When people make those products, they're hoping to get that one individual, like I said, that doesn't know. You're dealing with people who do know it. These are professionals over there. They'll see through your crap in a minute. We'll walk over there where people do their projection screen form site right for outside. They'll be like, take it outside. Let me see what it looks like. Blow it up. I want to see. You can pull content. Don't go over with that nonsense saying, hey, my screen paint can pull a black level. Don't do that. No, don't do that. Yeah, they're not naive. They're basically going to question you on that. Well, show me. Let me see. Got a demonstration, and they will ask for live. You can't pull that nonsense over there. Oh, this is the invisible acoustic technology. These are screens I sprayed a day ago. I'm going to be doing a demonstration when I come back in. But I just want to explain to you, when you see us less over here, that's why. This is where we're going to be at, over there. Now, to my 16 form sites we're in, we already got around, let me see, we're at in the 16 sites right now. Oh, my goodness. We got 4 of them that want us to be exclusive over there. Anything we're developing, anything we're making, they want to see it. They got one of the fellows has a 1080p Pro, a 1080p3 Pro, whatever, by Lead Screen, their acoustic screen, the black screen. Oh, we're over there too. The acoustic section, we jump all over the place. We show these black screens that pop up with acoustic. Oh, they freaking love it over there. This is what we're showing in one of the demonstrations, the white levels. I tell you, God is good. I sat there and told you, we got people over there that can spend that kind of money with no problem. They would easily spend $5,000 a quart, easily. And it's interesting how these are people that are professionals in the field, like Screen Innovation. Professionals in the field are the same individuals that sat there and said, hey, your product has potential. But a fellow sitting in an apartment who has an expensive projector, overpriced, number one, and then sitting right up on top of the screen in a dark environment is going to sit there and go, oh, this is how their product actually looks. Don't do that nonsense over there. Because they will look at you as you are, a hater. Over here, your stuff gets fueled and supported. Over there, you will get shut down over there. Because they'll see you as a hater. These people have already seen live views of my stuff. They've seen my live demonstrations. They've been through my website. And I'm pretty sure they researched me out. They did. And when they see people like you on there, they judge you guys as haters at the end of the day. Because they're seeing it in real time. They're like, wow, this is really amazing. And then you guys are over there trying to portray the product as being something that it's not. So they see you for what you are. As in the people I do business with, as in the people who contact me, oh, I got a contract negotiation to go through in a couple of days. They see all that nonsense. They see at the end of the day, yeah, it's nothing but jealousy at the end of the day. We're doing a live demonstration right now. At one point, I remember them accusing me of having the ability to be able to manipulate real time. Is that sad or what? All those hatred demonstrations you did are now going to blow up in your face. And I'll tell you why. Because people are going to see you as a person that potentially is just the biggest troll on YouTube and extremely jealous. Oh, I'll let you guys watch this for a minute. All right, she'll be back. That's what I love about that site over there. I'm not trying to be rude about the other sites we go to. They don't care about, I can walk on there with a clown suit. I can go in there dressed like a rubber chicken. Guess what? They don't care. You know what they care about? The technology they're looking at. That's what they care about. That's why when the haters, when you guys act up that way, that stuff doesn't bother me. That rolls off my back like duck on water on a duck. You know why? Because when I see people acting that way, I've been in professional forum sites before. I know how people carry themselves, and even on here when we do our stream, when we talk to our customers and stuff, I see how people carry themselves. Even over here, people carry themselves in a respectful manner. When you act up like that and you have no kind of logic behind it, you can't even really talk to me or communicate with me like if you're a human being, you have nothing but insults, that shows me at the end of the day that you're threatened. That's what it shows. You know, in business, it's a form of what you call psychological warfare. We can get into a person's mind, you can see exactly how they're reacting, how they're thinking, how just certain telltale signs that they give off. When you react that way, it tells me at the end of the day, you fear my technology. Well, God's technology, that's what it really is. That's what it tells me. Because when I ask you a simple question and you come back with these adolescent comments, number one, you don't know what you're talking about. And number two, you get nervous. When people get nervous and get upset, they get angry. And the first thing they do, they react with insults. And that's what you do. So it doesn't bother me. I sit there and laugh about it. I expose some of this stuff to show people that how you guys are reacting. Because if you did had anything at the end of the day, and you could come at me, you would have had a product before me that could take on my technology, and you don't have anything. All you have is insults at the end of the day and canceled orders. That alone causes damage. You have to be able to back the product up. I have no idea what's going on with this. I put it in there because I like the video because the video is bright. It shows a lot of skin tone. There's a lot of brightness to it. But I do like these platforms. I can't wait to do the one for the we're going to do some demonstrations for the outside demonstrations for those over there. We're going to do a 235.1 setup. And also too, like I said, I can share my ideas. We build screens, we break them down and show me ideas we're putting together. Now keep in mind, doesn't mean we're going to be disciplined off YouTube. Oh, no. We're going to be here because I need this platform to be uploaded to the website. But as I said before, we're just going to be doing less. We're going to be doing a lot over there. Like I said, it's going to be back and forth, but we're trying to even out whatever. But like I said, it's going to be a lot going on. We know we got a lot of good people over here. We know we got a lot of good people over here because I go through the live stream. I go through the live stream and we talk to these people are amazing. Like I said, I got no problem sending you links for videos. You're looking for relaxation videos we use over here. Got no problem sending over. I can take time out of my day for that. No problem. I'm not saying everybody over here, but you know, we have those haters over here that at the end of the day are extremely upset. Heck, when the Black Widow first came out at 1%, already from the door was getting, I told you, I sat on camera and said, the minute we launch this and show this screen off, we're going to have the haters on there sending me email upset and angry. My junk mail is full of those two in there and some other people, but full of those two, upset and angry, bitter. And as I showed you, when we did the gray screen paint products, your product was never shown. Your labels were never shown. We don't even mention your name, nothing. Because as I said before, you're not worth our time over here. But I guarantee you that he mentions me quite a lot. Because you're bitter. That's what it is. You have an outdated product and you don't know how to advance it. And if you try to make it darker, we all know what's going to happen. Let's see, what we got going on here? What we got to do here? I want to check out this right here real quick. Are you doing lives? I hope it doesn't have the voice over it. I can't stand when you do the voice over these things. Oh, they got some new ones down here. We found out all the way to the far end. I was on Facebook doing some demonstration. Like, but they got more stuff down here. They got more stuff down here. Let's go check out. I want to do the Easter stuff. That's pretty cool. I like to do a lot of bright colors. Not a big fan of doing a lot of contrast. We know this screen gonna do contrast. Big deal. Let's keep it to the nice bright colors. I'll be back. You guys enjoy. I'm done with that. Hey, you're supposed to activate. my alarm going on. Let's show you what's going on Facebook right now. This is pictures I just loaded, I think, yesterday. Oh, you haters don't want to be here for this. You don't. You want to leave as fast as possible. It's going to ruffle your feathers a lot. But it is what it is. I've showed you the technology we have. I've showed you that it's blown up. Look at that, 23. I just posted those in. Can't go over there. They don't want to see those demonstrations. That's my screen downstairs. So when we had downstairs, see that black level pulling up with all that window light? Again, as I told you before, and for you naysayers, not trying to be disrespectful, but the demonstrations you're seeing and other demonstrations, they've been done 1,000 times over and over again and again and again. I see these demonstrations all the time. The same demonstrations I see in we can call him Mr. C and Mr. P. The same demonstrations we see, they've been done 1,000 times. We've seen the ambient light dodging. We see all that nonsense. That's why I look in the video and I go, oh yeah, this is fake. That's fake. Yeah, I know that because you're supposed to be. You have ambient light rejection technology. Black screens are more superior because they can maintain and draw in light. Our technology is more advanced than the black technology because we've done those tests already. So I was trying to explain to you the entire time about this. Yeah, you're getting a product that pretty much at one point has the ability to do things that other screens can't do. Now we got people that are interested. These are people who have companies, corporations, businesses that are looking to get the product onto the market so they can profit off of it. Very well, one day you may end up seeing my product for $4,000 or $5,000 easy. And you can say at one point, I remember I could get that for so and so and so. Not anymore, you won't. I was telling you from day one this was going to happen. Now we're getting all this publicity on these sites where people are looking at this technology and this screen is doing things that they're not used to seeing. The stuff that you guys do in your demonstrations, we see them a dime a dozen. They've never seen a screen that big sitting in a bay of windows because that's unheard of. Now imagine when we take this technology offline. Out there, they've never seen a black screen before. The only thing they know about there are gray and white screens. There you go. A millionaire prop in about a year. They're not used to seeing that. You see that black level that pulled up on that screen? See how it's sitting next to those windows? They've never seen anything like that. And they can look at the video. One guy was like, man, that OLED demonstration. I said, yeah. He said, look how black there you go. Look how black the backgrounds are. Because these people have OLED TVs and all that crazy stuff. Yeah, some people are super rich. And this is what we just went in there. And you can't go in there with that nasty nonsense. Yeah, leave your freaking hatred and all that stuff. They don't want to be bothered with that kind of nonsense. Because he'll come down like, man, don't bring that nonsense in here. We don't need that. We had a few people come there carrying on and acting up. Yeah, they got banned from the room and probably got a complaint against their personal account. So this isn't a small site. This isn't a site where you're going to have like 2 or 3 people. No, we're talking about 50, 60, 100,000 people on these sites. Let's go over to, let me see. These are my messages that have been coming in all day today. These are all from people on the site checking out our stuff. This is all from them. It goes on quite a bit. We're over there looking at, let me see, we did the outdoor screens. It's the outdoor, right? And right here. We got to get back with that one too. This guy wants to keep going back and forth with me. I keep telling him the gray screen is not going to work at all, period. So that's him showing off his gray screen. But look, you're in the dark. This is what your product is doing right there. We're showing them, look, this is the red levels on our technology. This is what your screen is doing. We get them in there. They just fight. They fight. They want to go with that gray. Like, nah, man, the screen's not going to work. Take it outside and show you. See right here? There you go. There's our picture demonstration showing you. It's not going to work. Your screen is going to wash out dramatically. $33 comments on just showing off my pictures right there. 33 comments. Because they've never seen anything like that before. There's so many questions they ask, like, how are you doing that? How do you have multiple? We had to explain to them, yeah, we have multiple projectors fired up in the room. So there's 3 different screens going off, one 720p. So wait, that's 720p? There you go. That blew them out. Wait, what are those? Oh, that's a 1080p. That's a SVGA 720p. There's only one 1080p is the one there in the corner. Yeah, that's what's blowing their mind. They're looking at that screen. They're like, wait a minute, you can't tell one. There you go. You can't tell one from the other, which means you can save some money. I'm not saving you hundreds. No, we save people thousands. A lot of people spend a ton of money for projectors. Let's go pop over to, let me see. I'm going to go to this other one right here. Well, we got the pictures for the outside in the snow 29 minutes ago. Somebody just hit me up a few minutes ago. Oh, man, it's going to be crazy. This is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a crazy day. So I got all these comments I'm answering right now in here. That's right here. Let's see. We got some little over in here. Other ones. Here we go. This might be the screen outside on display. There we go. There's our screen on display. Outside. Let me see. I answered all these. I've been through all these today. I answered every last one of them. People send me friend requests. That's something I got to do now because I can't have all these people on my personal account. So I got to set me up a Facebook business. I know there's another message just popped up. It's always been going on all day. Another person just popped me over a light. It has been going on all day. Like I said, don't get me wrong. We love our YouTubers over here. We always gonna love our YouTubers over here. It's just that, we got to deal with the haters over here, like are freaking insane. They can't stand us over here. But I told you it is what it is at the end of the day. I've been telling y'all from day one how you got to back your products up. I give you information even on days you sit there and hate my guts. I give you information on how to do this, how to do that. You don't listen to a darn word I say at all, period. Oh, well, whatever. Let me see. And we haven't even posted the 235.1s yet. We haven't even gotten to posting the 235. They haven't seen those yet. Email right now. I can see my email account right there. I can't put that yet. I know what's going on in there. Oh, I'm gonna have to go. I gotta go do a bulk order. Now we're talking. Now the discussion is the ceiling. So they're talking about the ceiling right now. So I took the camera. I did the video where I shot the screen and I pointed up the ceiling, and boom, they saw that liquid floating across the screen and were like, "What the freak is that?" So now I've got these people in here. There is another section. They do optic fiber lighting for ceiling. Just that's all they do. So I'm having a conversation with them. They got me in that room chatting with these guys over in there. And the guy was like, wait a minute. So what's the purpose? Well, the purpose is if you do optic fiber lighting, not trying to say anything bad, man, but you can incorporate both of them together. Not trying to say you're going to go out of business because of the technology, but you can put them both in there. Now, I think that would be hot. I would love to have one of those. Maybe like, a setup where you can have like a forest or whatever you can have. You can have this twinkling light in the background because they do displays. But with optic fiber lighting, the problem is that the scenery doesn't move. It stays in one place. You just have these stars. Where when you do the ceiling, you can change the scenery at will. I can change it any way I want in that environment. So, that'd be nice. But if you want to do something with a setting with optic fiber lighting and incorporate our technology into it, that'd be pretty cool. And the people on the site have been awesome. The admin on the site, the people who actually run the site have been amazing. We stayed within guidelines, which we always do. That's why when we were on ABS Forums, we got banned from ABS Forums because ABS Forums did not like us because what we did over there. And what we did over there, and they tried to say, well, we try to sell. Look, another one popped up. I told you it's going to be going on all day. All day. The thing about it is, with ABS Forums, the reason why we got into a bad beef with ABS Forums because there was a fellow by the name of Mississippi Man. That goes way back. That's way back when gray screen paints were all the rage. We weren't doing black screens over there. We were doing gray screen paints when that happened. Some people say, oh, you got banned for selling. No, we didn't get banned for selling products. Just like I'm over here on these sites, we're not selling nothing at all. We're just telling them what the product's name is. They got to find us. People have been hitting my messaging over and over again, like, hey, message me back. Where can I get it? Give me a link. So this has been going on all day yesterday. So it's ABS Forums got mad because I got into an argument or discussion with a fellow by the name of a guy named by the name of Mississippi Man. And Mississippi Man had this product, and this product he was making was what had all these crazy ingredients, and the ingredients he had were insane. I was like, man, half of this stuff you can't even get a freaking patent pending for, because none of this stuff would even pass. Mind you, when you do a patent pending, you have to write down every little thing that's in your product, so they can go back and do a check and say, okay, how much of this stuff would be hazardous to people at the end of the day? And if your stuff is too hazardous, you don't get granted that piece of paper. So that's what happened, because half the stuff I read in there, I was like, man, this stuff would never pass. Two of these things are banned in 2 different states. So we had to post the ingredients for free. So long story short, he had this demonstration, much like Goose Screen, with all this sanding and requiring and all this painting, and it was a freaking headache. I'm like, man, who the world's gonna waste this much time to do all this stuff? I'm not doing this at the end of the day. So we came in with digital and crystal screen paint. I put a clock right on the table, boom, painted the screen. I did the demonstration and showed the video with the light on, not lights, light on. And that triggered him. He went off, and it's blah, blah, blah. And what about your product? This, well, we didn't really do product comparison back there. We didn't do products next to each other. We did product performance. So my performance was, I can paint my screen faster than you. I don't have to sand the wall. That's why the wall was all marked up with all that paint and stuff like that. Yeah, that was done for AVS Forms. We don't have to sand jack. We don't have to do this, do that. We just paint over the wall, be done with it, watch a movie, and have a light on in the room. Not lights, light. So seeing that, and he couldn't do that, started this huge, massive debate back and forth. And at the end, we got banned. So there you go. That's what happened. But the minute Screen Innovation showed us attention, now all of a sudden they wanted us back on the site. Pish posh. Yeah, right. They want to share our views and opinions because they're a big fan of innovation, Screen Innovation. And like I said, if it wasn't for what I saw and with Screen Innovation, we would have never, ever from the door walked down this road. Would have never, because I wouldn't be able to see exactly. Why's my closed caption on? Off. I would have never been able to see what I was missing if I didn't have that sandwich in front of me. That's what changed my outlook on everything. I'm gonna go back to, let me see. Nice site, people are really cool in here, you know what I mean? No disrespect, none of that nonsense in here going on. Just me showing my screen off right there on a live view. If you, come on, go back on that one. Same thing you're watching back there, that's what they're watching over here. They're watching how black that screen is, me walking in front of it, and they're showing that screen pull those contrast levels. Over there, I'm not saying over here they don't, but people appreciate, and I can explain this to Mr. P and Mr. C, people appreciate that at the end of the day, when you can go up, see, that's gonna be going on all day. Ask me to message them, send them messages, they want to order. Like I said before, people appreciate the fact that there's a screen being displayed in a fully lit environment, not cutting corners, not dark pockets, none of that stuff, not having to lean over. They can see all that. Demonstrations that you guys do at the end of the day, you can't back it, because if they go through your website, they're going to ask you questions. Okay, what do you mean? The same thing I asked you in questions, the same thing they're going to ask you in questions, the same exact thing. That polarization nonsense, guess what? They're going to question you on it. Well, you said a polarization system, so and so and so. They will see the demonstration of that screen matching the wall. All that. Imagine you have 100,000 of my kind over there that are not going to be afraid to ask you questions. They're going to question you on every little thing you do. So you better make sure before you walk over there that your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted. You can't get away with that bull crap over there. They don't have it over there. You have to be able to show your product actually works. You have to have the test to back it up. Half of the gray screen paint products, these guys probably already made them already. 4 ways from Sunday. Have to show the difference. That's why I'm going back and forth talking to the other fellow. You notice all the demonstrations he's showing me are in the dark. You notice that, right? No disrespect for Tim. Really nice dude. I'm having a conversation with him right now. Cool dude. But you notice by his videos are all in the dark. My demonstrations, I'm showing the gray screen paint product with the black technology pushing through. So by the end of the day, This man is going to have a black screen on his wall, and he's going to be able to turn his lights on, and he's going to see advancements in his projector that he never thought was even possible. Because right now, I mean, the first thing they ask me, this is why I don't like to do the expensive projector. People ask me, I got to go talk to him real quick. That's an order right there. People ask me at the end of the day, like, why don't you use the expensive projectors? This is the reason why. Because I know what expensive projectors are used for. They're used to enhance the picture quality. They're used to give you better contrast. All this, the more expensive you pay for the machine, the better the picture you're going to get. We all know how that works. So how come you can't use a basic 720p projector that costs $109 that nobody wants at the end of the day and get amazing results out of it? Why do you have to spend all this money? There you go. And then those people who have the money and really will get a 4K projector, whatever, how much of that projector are you actually seeing at the end of the day? How much money are you getting out of your investment? Because if you're going to spend the money for that kind of machine, I'm pretty sure there's stuff on there beyond that, beyond we have over here. But at least at the end of the day, get 100% out of what you paid for and not cutting it in half because you're putting it on a gray screen that can't even pull the contrast over the colors correctly. And you're still stuck in a dark environment with that machine. This is the first pictures we posted. They thought that was the most impressive thing they ever seen. You know why? Because when most people are doing demonstrations, usually they're not outside at around 4 to 5 o'clock. My screen's 150 inches, as I explained to you. That's a black screen sitting out there. And that screen is displaying a snow level on a snow level. You know how hard that is to do for a screen to do that, let alone a white screen? Because everything out there is blanketed in white snow, which means it's reflecting 10 times more light than it would averagely reflect out there on a day without snow. And that's what they're seeing. That man is sitting there at 27 feet back on a $270 projector that has been discontinued since 2014, and he's displaying on a 150-inch on a black screen outside on a after a snowstorm that's reflecting all that white light around that screen, and that screen is still maintaining without a problem. Now, if it can do that, imagine what it can do inside the house. There you go. Get that away real quick. And growing. That's when we going on all day. All day. My stream is blowing up over there. We dropped 4 streams in today. We did 4 live streams, and we dropped in. This is why I've been so busy. I told you. By the time I get done demonstrations over there, my account's gonna be loaded up again. Hold on for a minute. I gotta turn to the side. I gotta check my other account real quick. Thank God I didn't put my email in there. I put my email in there, man, because like I said, you can't advertise in there. Ooh, man. Yeah, I just got hit crazy. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. We just got hit crazy. Yeah, I got to go order big containers a lot. It's going to go crazy. It's going to get busy. I was hoping to keep this small, and I really was. Like I said, I told you, at the end of the day, I wasn't really trying to build my company up, and I wasn't. I was trying to keep it small, but eventually that's not going to happen now. So, does that mean that my prices are going to change? Oh, heck no. My prices are not going to change. In my contracts with people we do business with, the paint must stay at a certain price to a certain degree. It can't go way off to the roof. The whole reason why I got into this business was to make sure that everybody could have good technology without it costing an arm and a leg. That's all. Absolutely amazing on so many levels. I'd have never thought we posted one video in there and never would have thought it did that. Oh man, this is gonna be a busy summer. Yeah. You know what? We give all the glory to God. Every day we give him the glory for everything. Give him the glory for what's going on in that room on Facebook. We give him the glory everywhere. They go to my website. They know I'm a Christian at the end of the day. I got everything we have in this dedicated to my Lord and Savior at the end of the day. I told you, people out there doing all against you, and this is a lesson for you individuals out there doing these fake demonstrations against our products, trying to say our products come up too dark and can't see them. I find it strange how all these people who are on Facebook that are constantly hitting up my account, and all these sites are looking at my pictures, looking at my videos, and they're going through my website, they're going through my videos, everything. And they're looking at my technology. They can see my technology is real, but you got these two individuals, one in particular, for some reason, our technology works every place else on the planet, but the minute it drops into your apartment, it doesn't work. And that shows you at the end of the day what you really are now. Nothing but a troll, nothing but a hater, and extremely jealous of our work over here. And that's a shame. That is a shame right there. Now that's going to come back to bite you in the face. Because anytime one of your videos pop up and people have my screens in their homes and they're looking at that technology work and looking at yours, they're going to recognize who you are. You have damaged your company beyond belief, or hobby, or whatever you want to call it, but you have damaged it. All that trash talk, nasty stuff, the memes and all that stuff, you have trashed your own company. Came back to bite you in the face. All your supporters that were behind you, they've given themselves a black eye at the end of the day. Because people will see you now for what you are on a much larger scale. Did it to yourself. That's what you get for hating on people at the end of the day. That's what it comes down to. And that's why I say be careful how you carry yourself in life. Really do. And you're going to tell, we got about 60, 70 people in there right now. I got 200 one other account. We got another about 500 another account that are basically, hopefully, not messaging me back because I can't handle that, any messages coming back, but they're basically leaving comments. Amazing. Love it. So and so and so. Where can I order? So and so and so. This is, like I said, and then they see you doing that nonsense. And it shows exactly what you are. Oh, that's definitely a hater. All I got to do is just say one thing. Oh, he's a hater. He can't stand us. This is his cancer order. That's all I got to say, and that's it. But I'm not getting involved in that. As I said before, we don't acknowledge your existence. Let them figure it out. They'll figure out what you are. And if you go in there and you start carrying on, you definitely want to get yourself some heat at the end of the day. Look at the contrast level now. I can't wait till my customers get these. All right, people, we're done. I'm happy. I'm excited. I got messages to go through, a ton of messages. Like I said, if you see me less on here, it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's because I'm trying to spread myself out because this is going to be crazy. I really wish I didn't put that many videos up now over there because now, as I can see, I'm going to have to be going back and forth. I'm going to some fun quite a bit. But I'm going to definitely have time in here because, like I said, this is my first platform. I'm always going to be on here showing off videos and stuff like that. We're going to have a ball on here, some new stuff we're going to be designing and building. And we're going to be going over to Amazon, getting ourselves a bucket of the Advanced 38 Black Widow. And we're just going to paint stuff. We're going to turn everyday cheap screens into high-tech OLED black technology. All right, so let me see what we got to do today. Okay, I'm going to have to do customer demonstrations on this one, that one, and I got to get you guys tracking numbers. Tracking numbers are definitely going out today. All the stuff that's actually here. So we got to get cracking, Jackson. And when I get done with that, I got a couple of demonstrations to do downstairs. I got to finish working on my website because we got people hitting the website now, checking out my site. So I get all that done over there, more videos added to that. And then I do a couple of videos up here. And then after that, I can chill and have a bowl of cereal. And I'm gonna buy a projector. My price for a projector has to be $120. Can't go higher than that. $120 for the projector. I wonder why they play the same music. It drives me kind of crazy on the same music. Let's go with 8K Desired Nature. I just found out the other day, I was like, wait a minute, I went to go check the specifications on my projector, and I found that projector was only 1,000 lumens. No, 1,000 with the contrast level. I was like, ooh, we're much lower than we thought. Now, this is what I like really about real quick, the acoustic screens. For those of you wondering what this is already a pre-coated surface, which means you don't paint jack. You saw the demonstration me painting the screen. This is the result. This is the coating we applied to it. This is an invisible Black Widow, visible 38 Black Widow. You can put sound behind it. Sound will travel through it. You can ball it up whatever you want. It's wrinkle-free, crease-free, all that good stuff. And I just have mine. Mine's not even stapled. Like it doesn't take much to hang them. You don't have to build a frame if you don't want to. If you notice, it's here, here, and I got one there, one there, one there. But clamps. That's it. That's all that's holding it up. When I had the 150 on the wall, only thing I had holding it up was actually 4 screws. So this is a nice setup if you want to basically, now if you're going to do this outside, we do advise you do it against the wall because like I said, light will pass through it, it'll fade the screen a little bit. But outside, like I said, no problem, it's going to look amazing. Actually, I'm building one for myself. Actually, no. I'm taking a 48-inch screen off the wall, putting that into the deck, and I'm building a box behind the back of it. That's going to shield it from any light coming through. That's going to allow me to lay some more speakers into that bad boy. Measured it, it'll fit. My last screen was 135, so I definitely got to go a little bit bigger. So I'm going to do 148, will fit in there just right. I think I'm going to do an ultra short throw setup for that one. Because every time I do the long throws, I got to have it sitting behind me. I can't lift my head up a little bit because the back of my head pushes off on the screen. So I'm going to do ultra short throw for that one. I think both of them I'm going to do ultra short throws on. And there I will not be going out and spending money for a ton. No, I'm going to spend $150 for my ultra short throw setups out there. Actually, altogether be $300 because I'm getting 2 of them. Over my time, people. All right, let me get back in here. Let me do customer demonstration. Let them know how their screen's going to be going off, how they're going to be getting their screen. I'm going to let them give a video because it's over them so you can see what they're getting. And then we have to put the stamp date on the back of it. Yeah, these have stamp dates on the back of them too. And we got to make a batch. I love doing the batch demonstrations. Got to get to paint the screen out live with the batch number on the side of it. Woohoo! All right, gotta go. And I know. Like I said, we're gonna get the angry mail, but we're not showing off the angry mail. We're not showing off the angry text. We're ignoring them. Like I said, at the end of the day, I'm not going to go back and forth tit for tat. I'm not doing that nonsense. We don't mention your names. We gave you nicknames as C and P. That's how we're telling you right now. We don't bring your product out for test. None of that stuff. We don't want it. We don't want it in the house. At Cinemax, we don't want it here at all. Period. None of your stuff here at all. Period. You can watch me grow. And you can watch the Lord bless my hand, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to go down that road. That I'll thank that Christian for contacting me, because I was spiraling downward. I felt myself spiraling downward, and I said, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. You already know what your technology can do. What do you have to prove at the end of the day? Let it go. And talking to that man who talked to me on the phone, we had a conversation back and forth. Very nice fellow at the end of the day. And sometimes God will send people into your life to go, okay, I need you to go talk to him. He's spiraling out of control. Fix it. Help him out. And that's what he did. And I saw that, prayed on it, and I see the path I have to take. And I like this path right here. We're not going to acknowledge you guys. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, you don't exist to us. Now, when it comes time for how we're going to handle this professionally with lawyers, then we will be talking, but it won't be on YouTube. It'll be with my attorneys contacting you about where we need to go from there. I explained to you people already. I've thought about this quite a bit. We may be moving up the date for April. In April, we were supposed to take him to court and basically sue him for everything he's worth. I really am not happy with that at all, period, at the end of the day. He deserves it, he does, but his family does not deserve that kind of punishment at the end of the day, because he wants to be a complete, and sorry to say this, you're an idiot at the end of the day. So we are going to take you to a small claims court. You're still going to have to pay money out. You're still going to be fined. And keep in mind, this is going to be a claim per one item. We're only going to get you for the one copyright. Now, we can, if we want to, hit you over and over and over again. I can drag you back to court every single time for every copyright to make it rough on you. I can do that. I can take you to small claims court. I can hit you with one copyright. You did 13. I can bring you in for each one. Do you have an idea how much of a headache that would be? I can literally do that. But that's not the kind of person I am. That's not the kind of person I want to be at the end of the day. So I will be taking you to small claims court. You will be paying a large sum of money, but it'll be something that you can pay down through time. Maybe like 50, 60 grand. So at least that's a lot less than being hit with a $250,000 lawsuit for touching a copyright. So for those of you saying, well, you know, people, I'm sorry if this bothers you in the day, but if you touch someone's copyrighted work, You have to expect that there will be consequences for it. The world does not work that way. YouTube and the real world are two different places. All right. This is a business. This is my company. So when you click on my little cube that you see when you go to my website, that is my registered copyright under the US government protecting my artwork. And you touch that, you will be sued. And that's what he did. Now I can get you I got charges against you for identity theft, for basically going to an Instagram account using copyrights again, which he did, posting as me, all the stuff you've done. I can easily get you for all that. But I'm willing to let that go. I'm just going to take you to small claims court, and I'm going to sue you for what you need to be sued for, and that's it. Now, understand this. I know what kind of person this individual is. He's going to take it as, oh, he can't do this. And can't. That's your mentality. That's how you are. I'm doing this to spare your family. Like I said, that lawsuit, if we filed it, would be pretty bad. You would not win at all. There's nothing you could do to win. I have countless videos of you calling me scammer. I have text messages. I have emails. We have all kinds of stuff against you. Stuff that you guys haven't even seen yet, that my lawyers have. So take this. I mean, I know he's going to brag, but that's what he does. You have people like that. You can show them mercy, and they will still sit there and rant and carry on, even though you're showing them mercy. This is towards your family. Because as I sat there and talked to that attorney, he said, well, sue him. Clean his clock. We'll have him homeless by the end of the day. That's what he said. Homeless by the end of the day. So I don't think that's fair to your family. Even though at the end of the day, you don't have enough common sense to think that, okay, I'm not going to do this because this could reflect on my family. You don't even have that. And I sat there and said, well, he said, well, how can you sue him a long time ago? I said, well, I kind of felt bad for his family and all. He said, well, if he doesn't have enough respect for his family, then why should you hold back? Apparently, he don't care for him because look at the way he carries himself. You're lucky at the end of the day, my friend, that I am a Christian man and I follow the Lord. Because if I didn't, and this was 20 years back, I'm not talking about the other stuff. I'm talking about I would have cleaned your clock. Because I've had taken people to court and I've taken everything from them. And I saw the reaction. It's pretty bad. So take it as it is. But until then, as I said, people, that's how we're going to handle that when we get to court. Ugh. Other than that, I got work to do. I got a ton of work to do. Oh, man. Oh, well. Back to work, people. I got to come back on here and I got to show customer demonstrations. And what else are we going to be doing today? Oh, we got to do the gaming promos for the other platform. All right. With that being said, got to go. Thank you for your time and God bless. What? Are you complaining already? You crazy cat, you.